Hello everyone, welcome back to Solasta, Crown of the Magister, oops, all Warlocks. Just as we get started, we need to go and see the King, or the Lord Protector, to get out of this place. But just as we're hiking up to go and do that, I was just wondering, do you guys find the timestamps for these videos useful? Because I understand there's shopping bits and leveling up bits and combat bits, and I try. Hold on, we'll do this bit. Hold on.
Strangers, who are you?
We are lost travelers, wanting to pay our respects to the Lord Protector.
Strangers, eh? Fine, you're free to go.
Stay in the light.
As I was saying, do you guys use the chapter markers? Because it's a little bit of time when I get to my upload and scrub through everything, figure out what chapters were happening, how long the combats were, where everything was going on, and if no one's using those, then it's a lot of time that is not needed for me. But if you are using them, I will continue to include them, continue to make sure they're put on the videos. So let me know.
Who goes there?
We are lost travelers, wanting to pay our respects to the Lord Protector.
You're those strangers. Commander Brogorad said to let you in. You're no threat to the Lord Protector anyway.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're chill. We're fine. Don't worry about us. More security checks, yes.
So here they are.
Your very presence stains the sanctity of this palace. And yet, our Lord Protector Orenetis will receive you. I advise you to show respect.
Do what we can.
Did we go back in time to the Manicalan era?
Because I don't like to be insulted.
And I have no desire to be enslaved.
For the time being, we should restrain our outrage. Especially if this Orenetis is a powerful Manicalan lord.
Yeah, let's not try and piss off any royals, shall we?
Ah, it's been a long time since we've had visitors from foreign parts.
We got lost.
Do not speak without being told to.
It's all right, Malariel. Our guests here are from a different culture.
Yeah, you don't say, the 4 dragonborn in front of you. We came to pay our respects.
We came to introduce ourselves. We don't really know how things work around here.
Well, the rules are simple. This is my dominion. I protect its inhabitants and I provide for them. Despite their ugliness, they are my people. Of course, I only allow beings of higher quality in my personal space. Now, if I may, how did you end up here?
We went through a big, long, horrible cave.
We were in the mountains nearby. We stumbled across a nest of redeemers. Our only choice was to enter the valley.
Ah, my children of filth. They guard my dominion from intruders. And from, well, those who would escape my justice. Anyway, since you're here, maybe you'd like to earn the favor of your new protector. And his trust. My soldiers are good fighters, but I hate dirtying their boots in the jungle. I need some things from those clearings. So why don't you go and fetch them for me? For a suitable reward, and more importantly, my gratitude.
I suppose we can do that.
Excellent! My Chancellor will provide you with a list. I'll see you when you return with my things.
What a slimy, slimy man. Alright, so that's done. I'm not even sure we could start a fight with these people right now if we wanted to. Looks like we can. Seems that would be a terrible idea, particularly while playing on Ironman mode. To just screw around like that. We need to go and get some orders.
Here's the list. Oh, and I activated the minor gate. It's a faster way out of the city.
Super. And crates, though, I will loot and pillage anything you'll let me. If you're not going to be mad about it. Although, I mean, I could sell this stuff, I guess. I'm always in the market for more cash. More braces of sparkling. Featherfall. So many scrolls that we will never cast because we don't have access to these spells. Perform a long rest? No, thank you. City Guard, hello.
Kefrain sent you? Here's the document.
Okay. Alright, we have loads of little bits and pieces going on. So much stuff. Go back to Gartok. Question the people in the city about Marin Ving. Leave the city, go to the clearing. Return to Catherine for the guard report. Emmerich gave you a receipt. I think we just want to go back to where we had come from and hand in like 3 quests so we can get more XP. I'm really eager to get to level 5 because level 5 means that our Eldritch Blasts will fire 2 beams instead of just 1. So before we leave, I would like Fiendish Vigor to go. Thank you. And I think we're alright to just go otherwise. We have plenty of rations that we purchased. We've upgraded some of our gear. We need to make the hike back east to the Verdant Valley. There's a bunch of stuff here. Right, we're going to go slow. It's 2 long rests, twice the consumables for food in long rests, but it will mean that if we are caught out by an encounter, we should not be... Oh, Jesus. How is it that I'm just explaining that we shouldn't be caught surprised, and now we're going to have an encounter where we're surprised and asleep? It's incredibly rude. There's an invocation, I think it's from one of the expansion books in D&D, where you don't ever need sleep or food or water. I might be misremembering that, but that would be incredible if we could get that just for one of us, so we're always on guard. Right, Heevor's asleep. Flame Olden. Who's up next? Trevor. Would you please wake Trevor? And these guys look like they have swords. Let's bind a Quasit and have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks. Then Trevor is up. We have the veteran, then Tamara. We could spike growth in front of us to make these guys have to go through that. Or we could wake up Tamara behind us. Let's wake Tamara. I'm not going to maledict because if we maledict, we could lose our concentration if we're attacked. That is a crit against a sleeping character.
You've endured worse.
What is happening? Alright, well, Heevor is awake. So if you don't know Dungeons and Dragons rules, if you melee attack a creature whilst you are within 5 feet of it and it is paralyzed or unconscious and you hit them, it's an automatic crit. So Heevor's having a bad day. No idea how much health these guys have. They have half cover behind their friends at the moment. We could move around and do a breath weapon. Let's try a hold person. If we could hold the one who is yet to attack and make this a fairer fight, that would be incredible. Alright, that veteran is now paralyzed. That's going to make this a lot easier. I'm going to move over to here just to make myself a more desirable target so that Hevor might have a chance to not die. They are paralyzed. They do not make their save. They have a +0 to their rolls, which is really good for us. Hevor is up. We have a choice between attacking or taking the disengage action and stepping away so that we can't be the target of their triple attack next turn. Or we could gain immunity to opportunity attacks. Let's do that. Then we will step back to here. And then we can start attacking. I wish I would have inflicted wounds. Never mind.
How did I miss?
It's a great big miss. I bet these guys have really high AC, actually. They've got reasonably good looking armor on, although it looks kind of leathery rather than full plate. Could be half mail. Right, Flame Olden. We could breath weapon them both if we can get into the right spot for it. The paralyzed one will automatically fail the check. That was 8 damage. They could have between like 60 and 80 HP. And then Trevor is up. I'm going to move over to the held guy here. And we are going to melee attack with our +1 Great Axe. We are the strong one, aren't we? Trevor. Yeah. If we hit, it will be an automatic crit. And we attack with advantage. So, if we're doing that, we should maledict first. Because if we crit, we roll the malediction die twice. Because all dice are doubled if you hit with a crit. Oh my god.
Bad luck.
Thank goodness. Yes, I would like you to Hellish Rebuke. They crit us, of course they do. Okay. At least their slashing damage was really bad rolls. A 2 and a 1 plus 3 on 2d8. We can breath weapon here against the two of them. I think that seems good to me. 9 poison damage apiece. You're still held. You get a chance to save. You fail. That's incredibly good for us. Right, we haven't spellcasted yet. Let's bring ourselves to here. We will maledict this veteran. And then Eldritch Blast them from here. Alright. A 1 on a d10 is not the best, but also not the worst. Flame. Let's... Can we shatter them both? We can.
Arcana, evil.
Alright, the weakening pheromones cause them disadvantage on their check, and that went great for us. Trevor still has a chance here to crit.
A fine stroke.
So we roll with advantage, we hit on a 13, we hit with a critical. They take 2d10 plus 4 slashing damage, plus 2d6 slashing damage from the malediction. They miss their first attack. They miss their second attack. They hit with their third attack. What do we have options-wise here? Oh, let's just go Magic Missile on them.
Arcana, evil.
Grateful for that. This guy's still paralyzed. They still fail their save. That's going incredibly well for us. If we want the automatic crit, we have to be within 5 feet. We don't have a melee weapon, so that's no good to us, although we could try and inflict wounds. A crit inflict wounds would be incredibly good. That is 55 necrotic damage. All these dice. 10, 8, 7, 7, 2, 7, 6, 8. That's like the best inflict wounds I've ever seen. And that gives us enough XP to get to level 4, which is great. What loot did these guys have on them? A scroll of haste is interesting. Chainmail we are not able to make use of. We'll take all of that. Harvest Queen Ivy. Was there a plant in that? A beautiful pendant. I want that checked out as well. Was there a plant in there called Queen Ivy? I should check the actual character that did the looting, shouldn't I? Yeah. Alright, well, that makes that easier for us. We could short rest, but I don't think we need to if we're immediately going into a long rest. So let's do that. We will get up to 4th level. Yes. That's going to be a big one for us. Resume our long rest. Yes, please. Again, assuming we can't be attacked twice in a row. And here we are. Here is our complete long rest. So, starting with Trevor, because you're the most unique as our strength-based character. We get more max HP. We pick 1 cantrip, 1 spell to select for our pact magic, and then we get an ASI or a feat. Now, the obvious choice for most of our characters is increasing charisma because that is our spellcasting modifier. However, for Trevor, I'm wondering, we go bonus feat. We can undo this if we think it's not quite what we want. We have all of these selections. I'm not going to go through all of them, but somewhere in here... Oh, there's some new ones, I think. Maybe we will just take a quick tour. So, timestamps in the description if you don't want a quick tour of the feats, but... Ambidextrous, +1. You can use 2 weapons even when they aren't light. Magic items are automatically identified when put in your inventory. That would be a great thing if I didn't need my ASIs for other stuff. Armor Master. You're an expert in battle. You gain an additional 1 AC from any armor you wear. Badlands Marauder. You have resistance to poison and get +1 con. Blessing of the Elements. Burning Touch. The first time each turn that you take damage with an unarmed attack or weapon, you deal additional fire damage equal to your proficiency bonus. +1 con, +1 strength, +1 wisdom, +1 dex, +1 intelligence, +1 charisma. This is plus proficiency in saving throws. Daunting Push. You successfully shove an enemy, they lose half their movement speed. Discretion of the Cod Warmth. Plus Dex, you gain proficiency with light armor, you gain proficiency with short swords, short bows, and long bows. What I'm really looking for is proficiency with medium armor and shields. After you hit an enemy with a one-handed weapon, they lose 1 AC for 1 minute. Plus 1 Dex advantage on initiative. First time you deal damage with an unarmed attack or weapon, you deal additional lightning damage equal to your proficiency. Constitution, flawless concentration, focused sleeper. You are able to get a great deal of rest with just a little sleep. Increased constitution, you only need 4 hours of sleep. Follow-up strike, forestalling strength. When you hold a two-handed weapon, get 1 AC. That's cool. Forest runner, hard to kill, con increase, hauler, strength capacity or carrying capacity. Icy touch, initiate, alchemist, initiate, enchanter, lockbreaker, manipulator, master alchemist, master enchanter, melting touch, mender. When you stabilize an ally with a medicine check, they regain 1 HP. That would be incredible. Might of the Iron Legion, plus 1 strength, proficiency in heavy armor, but you require proficiency in medium armor. Master alchemy, master enchanter, melting touch. We did those. Mighty blow, powerful cantrip, raise shield. Ready or not, you have advantage on your attack when using the ready action. Robust, rush to battle. Sturdiness of the tundra. Plus 1 con. You gain proficiency with medium armor. You gain proficiency with warhammers, light and heavy crossbows. So this would give us proficiency with medium armor. The only problem with that is that we don't get proficiency with shields, which is kind of annoying. But for our guy that does not have a high AC, this would be the other thing to choose. Take aim, toxic touch, trip attack, twin blade, uncanny accuracy. So it's between sturdiness of the tundra and an ASI. We're not going to get a choice to take another feat until what, level 8 or something? So if we take this, we give up the chance for charisma or strength to go up to 18. We do have a plus 1 weapon, which is kind of helping in that regard. And then we can get some decent medium armor. But medium armor is like 14 plus dex or 15 plus dex, which also isn't going to help us that much. I'm torn. So I will worry about that in a second. Let's do everybody else. Flame Olden. The Fiend, Pact Magic, you're going to get an ASI. That ASI is going to be plus 2 in Charisma. So our Eldritch Blast and our other spell casting is just going to hit harder and better. Then we can lose and gain a Invocation. This is apparently bugged in that if you unlearn an Invocation, it is bugged when relearning an Invocation at the same time. So I'm just going to leave that be. We get to pick a cantrip. We don't need more sparkle, ever. Shadow armor. Shadow dagger. Illusionary dagger. Is this a save or is this an attack roll? Wisdom saving throw. Alright, I'll take a wisdom saving throw cantrip. Then we can unlearn a spell. I'm pretty happy with this arrangement right now. And then gain a spell. I think I'm going to take Scorching Ray, because Scorching Ray shoots 3 beams. Each one is an attack roll, so each one that we hit with, I think will get a malediction dice as well. So we'll take Scorching Ray. Hevor. The Hive. Same story here. So we're going to go Charisma to 18 for our Eldritch Blasts and such. Skip that. Spellcasting, pick a cantrip. I think we will also pick Shadow Dagger. Or Poison Spray for something close to us. We'll go Shadow Dagger, that's fine. I like this spread of spells, so we won't unlearn something. Pick something to learn. What would I like? Hold person there was incredibly good for us. If we could have 2 people held, that would be pretty good. Because there's a lot of spells that I'm probably just not ever going to use in combat. Having a second shot at Shatter would not be bad. Yeah, we'll take the Shatter. And then Tamara. Basically the same story here, except she already has a whole bunch of cantrips, so I've no idea what we're going to pick on that regard. Ignore that. Go next. So we have some tome cantrips. True Strike, Shadow Dagger, Poison Spray. We already have Shocking Grasp for a nearby thing. Feather Dying, Light, Sparkle, Eldritch Blast. We'll take Shadow Dagger as a save at distance if something has really high AC. Then unlearn a spell. I'm happy with what we have, I think. Something to take. Lure is concentration, which malediction is where our concentration is most usually going to be. I think, honestly, having Hellish Rebuke on more of our characters is going to work out better for us. So, give me a sec. I'm going to ponder Trevor's level up a second, and then I'll be back with my decision in a moment. Right, I did some poking around. I missed on Raise Shield here. When you're about to get hit by a ranged attack while wielding a shield, you can use your reaction to get +3 AC until the end of the attacker's turn. You also gain proficiency with shields. So proficiency with shields is +2 AC immediately. Anytime that we ever find a magic or a really good shield, then Trevor can have that because none of the others are going to be proficient with shields. The problem with the medium armor feat is if we ever take medium armor, it's basically going to be, the best case scenario is 15 AC plus dex up to a maximum of 2. But our dex is -1, so it's going to be 14 AC, which is only 1 better than if we have the shield in the first place. So I'm going to take the Raise Shield feat. We're going to ignore unlearning any evocation. Then we take a cantrip. Let's take Shadow Dagger, sure. I'm just thinking though, does this mean we're not going to have a free hand for spellcasting? It might. It might mean we don't have a free hand for spellcasting. Well, we're just going to have to deal with that as we go. As for a spell, Spike Growth's good. Bark Skin with a shield will give us an AC of 18, which is much more manageable, I hope. So, we already have Hellish Rebuke. Let's also take Misty Step for now, I think. And then, as for attuning to items, we don't have any other items that we can actually check on, so we'll have to wait on that. So we can close that. We will continue our journey. Hopefully we get the rest of the way without being attacked by anything. Our fatigue has us impeded. The party is slightly tired, but can keep traveling. Are we about to finish a long rest and get that reset? Yes. We're now fresh. Take me to the Forge Outpost. We have quests there. So now that we are level 4, I don't suppose many of these quests are going to be the difference maker to getting us to level 5. That's probably going to be a little ways away. But when we do get there, oh boy, that's a big one. Eldritch Blast will be 2 attack rolls on 2 beams of 1d10 damage, plus any modifiers for our charisma value or for malediction, which is going to be a big deal. So we can hop up here. So we can see Trevor now does not currently have a shield because we sold one. So we're going to have to wait on that. This is a versatile weapon, so we can hold it in one hand for 1d8 damage. Then if we have a shield in here, we will just have to be careful with our spell casting as we go. Chat's here.
Clear skies, my friend.
We learn a whole load of
Many thanks
recipes.
for the package from Henrik.
Doing our job.
About jobs, I need your help again.
Another delivery?
Not exactly. This job needs a more direct approach and involves some danger.
What kind of danger?
Nothing to worry strong souls like you, my friends. But one of our customers needs spider poison glands.
Glands?
Yes. I can give you the location of a spider nest nearby.
If the nest is nearby, why don't you take care of it yourself?
My friend, I'm a businessman. I cannot do everything.
At least you're honest enough to admit it.
And besides, such errands are a great way to strengthen our friendship.
We'll see what...
Stay
Alright,
in the
we'll
light.
take it. Right. So, a little bit of experience. We can check the board. There is ongoing scavenging going on. So, if we come and check in with Teller in here, we can reorder all of this stuff. So, I would love for you to identify this brooch, this pendant. Stone of Good Luck. +1 to ability checks, +1 to all saving throws is an incredibly good item to have. We will get that attuned to someone soon. Let me just close out of this a second, and we will use our invocation to check for any unknown magic items on our person. So we still haven't identified the pouch of dust yet, not that I think we need it imminently. So we can see that this jeweled bracelet is not magical. It's just a valuable item that can be sold, so we'll do that. The ingredients and stuff I will hold on to as long as our weight allows for it. Otherwise, we are not proficient in those, that's fine. Get rid of a bunch of this. I will hold on to that for a hot minute. So that can all go. This is the bulk of everything that we've picked up here. Greatsword can go because we only need versatile or one-handed weapons now because we have our shield feat. The chainmail we cannot accommodate in our proficiencies. So we need just a basic shield. We'll trade that off. Thanks so much. I think this is just an endless quiver, which we're not really using for archery right now, so we'll hold on to it, but we won't worry about identifying it for a moment. Anything else we want while we're here? Probably just some like food and supplies. Plenty of that while we're here. That's 1 rest. That's 2 rest. 3 rests. Let's go with that. Have you guys actually picked up anything of value? Not particularly. You've got a bunch of food. We have more dried meat packages than we could ever possibly need. Got that Queen Ivy that we need for a quest. Otherwise, I think we're all right for stuff for a minute. So let's take a short rest because that will give us an opportunity to attune to that luck stone. Trevor is going to take it because they are most likely to be victim of specific attacks because they are going to be up close and personal with people. Of course, we do need to equip it if we want to gain the benefits. Just being attuned is not enough. Also, you can take the shield. And for a secondary, we can do that. Can we do... No, I need another... We just sold all our longswords and stuff, didn't we? I would like a... We'll probably find one soon. Another weapon that we can hold in our offhand, that when we want to spellcast, we can switch to that. We would lose our benefit of the AC from the shield, but we will be able to spellcast while using our secondary stuff. Because if we look here, a bunch of this stuff we cannot cast because we don't have a free hand to do the arm wavy portion of the spellcasting. If we swap to the short sword we have here, we now can do that. So we'll have to watch for that carefully. Or even what we might want to do is just have a shield in that hand instead. But that's fine. I missed this case last time we were here. 4 extra food is incredibly welcome. Samco, do you actually have anything important to do around here? Take the sewing thread to Gartok. We can do that in a minute. Harvest Malakanan orchids. Harvest troll tongue. Find ingredients in a cave. Take the report to Catherine. I think they were in the tavern. Secret report. Yep. Butcher. Leave the city and go clearing. Mention Henrik ordered once there. Hunt badland bears for their meat. Ask around for Marin Ving. Alright, so while we're here, we can fast travel over to the Giant Enclave. If there were any combats or anything to worry about in between, the game would say interrupted. But while we're here, we can... Excuse me, everyone. Have a chat with our friendly neighborhood giant.
Good. Yes, good. Thank you, little ones. Just need big flat rock now.
Why do you need all these things?
Making a chair.
So you need something you can sit on?
I do.
All right. We'll keep that in mind.
All right. Well, if we waltz back over here, in between one thing and the next, there's a great big rock here. Now, we haven't interacted with this rock yet because I knew we couldn't get behind it, but I will let the game do this trip for us. Alrighty, so if we investigate this giant rock here.
This rock is blocking the way into the grotto.
So we found a rock for Gartok. Let's go back over here. Have another chat.
We've got something for you. Near the cave over there.
Good. Yes, good. Thank you, little ones. You friends of Gartok, invited in camp. Beware other giants.
Alright, so we can now come into camp. We have been given a Medusa coral for some reason. We can trade with Gartok. We can go in this cave. We can take a long rest. Let's just see if there's anything interesting here for us. There's an exclamation mark at the very least.
Friends worried.
Why is that?
Friends disappeared.
How many giants live here?
8. We asked around the city.
We can do that.
Right, they've got some missing friends. Can we trade with you while we're here? I don't think you have very much, but worth checking. Spears, food, and torches. Yeah, we don't need any of that. So I'm going to avoid this cave for now, because it is not a safe place to be. But we are level 4. We are ticking along nicely up towards level 5. Now we just have to pick basically which set of encounters we want to go and do out in the wider world. But for now, that is going to be everything for today. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do let me know in the comments down below. Maybe hit that like button or subscribe if you haven't done so already. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.